This was Seii-FPV's second ever custom build quad. But since he's had nothing but trouble with Rush-Blade F722 HD, he's decided to replace it along with the T-Motor Velox V50 AESC with this amazing SpeedyBee F405 version 3 combo. This is quite nice FC ESC combo from SpeedyBee. Connect flight controller to ESCs so they can talk to each other. Figure out the best placement for this oversized external 1000 microfarads low ESR capacitor. Seii-FPV thinks there might be some room above the Walksnail Avatar HD version 2 unit. Unavoidable Kapton tape to protect the rest of the board from solder splashing as well as from the excessive heat. Time to connect XT60 leads and the capacitor to the ESC's board. Prepping motor wire pads. Active buzzer. This time around, we're using our trusty GepRC Super Buzzer. For TBS Crossfire Nano receiver. Custom build, we're installing Walksnail Avatar HD version 2. Proprietary Avatar VTX Sky Unit to USB-C data transfer cable. Walksnail Avatar LHCP antenna, CAT-X camera V2 with 2K pixels, 4:3 native sensor for better image quality, native 4:3 mode image ratio. Avatar HD version 2 VTX. Here is the wiring diagram for Avatar VTX and SpeedyBee F405 version 3 flight controller. After realizing this massive capacitor won't actually fit with the VTX at the back, we've decided to move it to the front of the frame. In order to do that, we have to extend capacitor's legs. This time, Seii-FPV opted in for using flexible wires. Some heat shrink to protect the connection points. More heat shrink to protect the connection joints after soldering is completed. installed wires long enough so this capacitor can easily reach the front of the quad, right next to the buzzer. Time to install avatar camera inside the cage. We've routed the cable between the VTX and the camera, in between the flight controller and the ESCs. Small change. Seii-FPV decided to interconnect two zip ties, basically forming one longer zip tie, and they connect in X style now. Tightening the rear two screws that hold the camera cage. Time to do the same with two front screws and the TPU bumper. Looking pretty decent. We're happy with it. Some double-sided tape and some foam will provide amazing cushion for the Avatar VTX inside the rear cage. In the meantime, Seii-FPV has installed VTX antenna. Time to sit the VTX where it belongs. That is not going anywhere. We'll secure it with another zip tie later, just in case. The very last step is to connect VTX to our flight controller. Pretty straightforward. Black wire to ground, red wire to 9 volts pad, gray wire to the RX1, which is UART1, and white wire to TX1, again, UART1. Always a mandatory continuity test with our trusty multimeter. All good, it's time to put this bird back together. First, we need to secure TBS Crossfire Nano in place, so it does not move around in flight. We're doing the same with VTX to flight controller connection wires. Seii-FPV is missing this quad. It had a lot of problems with Rushblade F722 HD and T-Motor Velox V50A, plus bad Vista unit. But while it was flying like a rocket. We hope that part stays the same. In a day or two, we'll be adding back those LEDs we've had before on this same frame. to configure a couple of things in Betaflight. First, we're going to go to Ports tab. Seii has soldered our VTX wires to RX1 and TX1, so it's 𝘎𝑗1, meaning we have to enable MSP for 𝘎𝑗1. We also have to pick VTX, MSP plus DisplayPort under Peripherals. Don't forget to hit Save and Reboot button, otherwise your changes won't be saved to your flight controller. Now, we have to go into CLI and type couple of commands there. First one being, set OSD_DisplayPort_device equals MSP. Command we need to set is called VCD. Type set VCD_video_system equals HD. Type save and hit enter. Next tab we're going to visit is OSD tab. Under Video Format section, it should already be set to HD. That's what we did with VCD command in CLI a few moments ago. You can drag OSD elements around and arrange them to your personal preference. HD option is amazing, gives us so much room to shuffle OSD elements around. Click Save button to save all changes. In the meantime, we've installed 𝘠𝘰 on ESCs and added a custom tune, a melody from our all-time favorite video game called Doom. In order to install 𝘠𝘰, go to https://esc-configurator.com. Originally, SpeedyBee F405 version 3, a 50 AESC comes with 𝘵𝑒𝘪𝑗. 𝘠𝘰 will allow you to use bidirectional D-shot and RPM filtering, practically turning your 𝘵𝘪𝑗 into 𝘵𝘪𝘽32. Best of all, basically making your F405 stack almost as powerful as some F7 for a fraction of their price. Seii-FPV has set his PWM frequency to 24 kHz, but you can safely go to 48 kHz. Super interesting article about PWM frequency at the posted link by amazing Oscar Liang. As we've already witnessed, 𝘠𝘰 will also allow you to set a custom startup melody in your quad. Once you installed 𝘠𝘰, let's go back to Betaflight quickly. Click on Motors tab, and make sure to enable bidirectional D-shot. Now, you can play with PIDs, filters and presets, until you find the best settings for your quad. Regardless of what you see in this video, never arm your quad on the bench with propellers on, unless you have some safety measures in place like we do. Also, never power your quad on the bench without proper airflow provided. Components do get rather hot. If you never, you should, power your quad on the bench without wasting your expensive batteries. We also use our trusty iFlight Short Saver V2. ISD-TD1 battery charger has this amazing function called DC power. We can use D1 as our power supply. Seii-FPV is setting voltage to 25.2 volts and the current to 1.4 amperes to simulate one of our 1350 mAh 6S batteries. Amazing thing with this is, you can limit the current, so in case your quad decides for some reason to spin its motors up, it won't be able. iFlight Short Saver is also a big help, since it would cut the power to the quad almost instantaneously. And that's exactly what we would want to happen in a situation like that. So, the purpose of this part of the video is to show LED lights Seii-FPV just installed in action. SpeedyBee F405 V3FC allows you to pick between the two. One is LEDs being controlled by Betaflight, and the other one, LEDs being controlled by the board's built-in LED controller instead. It's always nice to have options available. Thanks for watching.